Back again, and I'm about to do the unthinkable. I'm about to get 80 wins and still not get an F on my final tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean today, because I did this Sunday. But today's Monday, because I have to, you know what I mean, time travel and shit. And let me just say, shout out to all the niggas that put their God leads as leader. Shout out, a bigger shout out to people put their AoE as leader. I said, boo, these people are nice. I'll tell you, dude, I actually didn't think I could get the 80, because I was like at, I don't know, 60-something Sunday. And I'm like, yo, boy, can I do this before 8 p.m.? Because I had to finish like some small things just for the test, just a review. And I was like, I got some time to relax. I'm like, my question is it possible? Can I do this? So I said, you know what? I got to time myself. I got to figure out. I've got to go full autism and see how long it takes to do one world tournament run. And I got to say, on average, it's 12 minutes for me, which means I could do 5 per hour, which means that within 4 hours I could do 20, which means that I was like, what, 3 o'clock at the time? I was like, hey, bet, I'm going to do this. So I did it up until like 6-something. Ended up getting 80 wins. And I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm surprised because I was ready to take it out. I was like, fuck, bro. I didn't have time to, like, grind it all. Saturday, you know, doing fucking studying and shit like a fucking nerd. And I'm a real piece of shit. What am I going to do? Actually, one of my classmates, great guy, he was a Chinese exchange student, and he told me, whenever I would study, he's like, yo, bro, you need to stop doing that fucking shit. You need to smoke weed. Who gives a shit? I'm like, you know what? This guy's low-key right. I should just fucking not study, show up, and bomb the test, and then tell him I smoked some fucking Sherm or whatever, and I'll get a nice A. But in all seriousness, folks, tough crowd. I'm really surprised I got the 80 wins because this shit takes a long time, and the World Tournament hasn't been around for a long time, so I don't really mind the grind this time around. But Lord knows this shit is annoying. And not only that, I think the next World Tournament is the last World Tournament where we will be in this format where it's just like blase. Because I think in the next World Tournament, meaning the one after the next one, which is in this World Tournament took, what, 2 or 3 months? So I think it's growing at an exponential rate. So probably another 9 months, the next World Tournament come around. That'll be the last regular one. And then the one after that has like new gimmicks where like if you get 10 wins in a row, all of a sudden it becomes harder. And everyone's saying, they're like, yo, bro, AoEs don't mean shit anymore. You gotta have nuke leader. So now you need to have a nuke leader and an AoE. It's like, what the fuck? Like, how much fucking harder is fucking World Tournament gonna get? Like, it already takes so long. I mean, if they make it so hard to the point that it takes like, say for example, a half hour per win, that's ridiculous. If it's a half hour per win, one of two things are gonna happen. One, they need to lower the standards, points, and fucking, but then again, there's no reason to implement the new thing then. But they need to lower the points, or they need to lower the fucking wins for rewards, because it used to be 100 to get a GSSR ticket, now it's 80. And, you know, fucking open it up to people who don't have as much autism, because I tell you, sometimes my autism is dedicated to other things. I mean, this weekend I had barely any autism. Most of it was dedicated to linear algebra. So, either that's going to happen, lower the standards, or I'm just not going to play World Tournament, nigga. It'll hurt. It sucks not getting a World Tournament character that is worthless, but, you know, at the end of the day, what the fuck are you going to do? And I'll admit, this World Tournament character, he's good. He's pretty good. But I already have files with Gohan. I already have AGLs with Gohan. I actually have fucking dupes of each. Jesus Christ. So I don't really mind not getting them. So it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it hurts. I'm probably going to cry about it later, but, you know, at least I got an Ultimate Gohan just for the hell of it. And plus, he's tech. And I can't think of many tech people he links with well, other than Vegito tech and maybe Pycon tech. Other than that, I can't really think of anyone. And the fact is, he's a little bit weaker. He's not a TUR. And let's be honest, that fucking card art, his hair looks way fucked up. So I don't really want to fuck with him on that level. But I tell you right now, though, I'm super happy to find out. I was actually looking online that your boy AGO Super Saiyan GT Goku, the blue one, I already said AGO, redundant, but that boy is getting a nice Dokkan Awakening, and I'm surprised. I think he's the first card ever to Dokkan Awaken into a new version. Like for example, this Super Saiyan Gohan, I2UR awakened him. He's still AGL Super Saiyan Gohan. He's not Super Saiyan 2, he's just Super Saiyan. But this AGL GT Goku actually becomes Super Saiyan 2. So Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2. I don't think this ever happened before, like for rebirths anyway. I know there's characters that you Dokkan Awaken them, they become a new character. But usually for the most part, for like rebirths and like TUR awakenings, they usually aren't that much. As you can see there, not that many points. I was actually averaging a lot of points this World Tournament, a little more than past because I have Turles because he gives +3 key. So I was getting supers out the ass. But eventually you get to the point where you're like who cares? Points, distribution, mean, mode, Mew, I don't give a shit. I just want the fucking W. Give me an AoE. I don't care if I get 10 points. Just give me the W. And that's what I strive for. But unfortunately on the last day, it's probably the worst I did. I ever grind a lot on the last day because pretty much everyone and their mother, like, they gave up. They're like, whatever, I'll just grind a little bit maybe. But they don't. There's not that many people playing. Like, people get their 80 wins and they usually stop. I usually try to grind a little more, try to get that nice top spot. But I didn't have time. So I think I ended this off at maybe, I don't know, 17 million points. And I think the projected amount in order to be in top 10K was around 17, 18 million. At least, I mean, 20 you might be safe, maybe. But a lot of people are thirsty for Ultimate Gohan. I mean, they're that nigga right there, bro. The Phi one, that sexy fucking beast. That nigga, phew. That's probably one of my best pulls I've ever done. Fucking shout out to your boy right there, Ultimate Gohan. And, yeah, it is what it is, bro. I mean, it's all about that speed and accuracy. Hopefully the fucking, the N+1 World Tournament, that's right, the one after the next one, isn't nuclear, because Lord knows I'm not trying to get my energy drained. Not only that, apparently they add, like, old SSRs to the World Tournament pool, and then they don't even update it. Like, they haven't updated the World Tournament pool in, like, 35 years. You just have bumfuck characters still on the banner, and I'm like, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Ain't no one gives a fuck about you, hoo-hoo-hoo. Eat ass. And shout out to your boy right here, Gohan, he's SA10. Bless up. But yeah, so, yeah, I was able to get some time in and grind it out, but still studying, still got exams, still fucking fighting anxiety from these fucking nukers. I mean, I tell you right now, sometimes the best thing you can do as a student is to just understand shit on your own, because, like, recently today, for example, I had my final exam for linear algebra, and in linear algebra, there's certain things where if you want to diagonalize a matrix, basically, you know, take some matrix, manipulate it until you have a diagonal matrix. All the entries in the diagonal are numbers, everything else is 0. But in order to do that, you need to have, like, if you ever took calculus 3, like with vectors, you need to have unit vectors in the matrix, and then basically multiply blah, 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 blase, blase. And basically, when I was doing it, you basically find eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and the eigenvectors I got, they were perpendicular. When two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product, basically multiplication, just kind of a glorified version of multiplication, is 0. So I'm like, I bet this is 0. But if they're not 0, you have to do a special process to make them 0. So I'm like, alright, I don't have to do this. And while I'm doing the exam, dude, I swear to God, I was starting to lose my mind. I was starting to doubt myself. I was starting to doubt reality, because I kept hearing my professor giving people, like, tips, and he was saying things that were wildly different from what I had on my paper in terms of, like, understanding. He's like, oh, yeah, you know, perform Gram-Schmidt process on this vector in order to make a unit because it's not perpendicular to the other two. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, I thought these were perpendicular. So I go back, I check. I'm like, they are perpendicular. But I keep hearing him say that. he keeps, basically on my paper I have 2 plus 2 equals 4, and he keeps saying, yeah, 2 plus 2 is 5. Just basically prove that 2 plus 2 is 5. And I'm like, nigga, the fuck are you talking about? And I looked at my paper, and I was in a deep jutsu. I did that problem. I actually skipped it. There's 6 problems. I did the other 5. It's funny enough, the first problem had like 4 parts. It's fucking nuclear. I think it was worth like 20 or 25 points total. Which isn't, it's not that bad, but I mean, I don't really like problems when they're dependent on each other. Like problem 1, 2, and 3, I think, all have to do with problem 1. So if you were like weak in problem 1, you're gonna be weak in problem 2 and 3. Which, if you did good in 1, it's fine. You'll bump. But if you didn't, then you're gonna get destroyed. So it's kind of weird. I ended up doing it fine. I actually checked my work. You know, you get the answer and then you plug everything back in, see if everything's bumping and cool and good. Everything looked good. But I kept going back to number 1, bro. This guy was putting me in the realm. He's like, yo, man, 2 plus 2 is 5. And I'm like, yo, boy, my paper says 2 plus 2 is 4. And then, like, thank God, I already took Calculus 3. So, like, you're supposed to take linear algebra and then Calculus 3, but I don't know. I just ended up taking Calculus 3 before linear algebra. I was like, I wanted to Calc 3 jutsu. I'm like, yo, boy. I'm like, these vectors are perpendicular. Proven. If these vectors are perpendicular, then I can normalize them using their own magnitude, and they will still be perpendicular. And then I was like, bro, that's it. I'm done. And then he said something that made sense, and I remembered it. I think it's in linear algebra, but I think it was in Cal 3 too. Where basically, well, actually, no, it wasn't in Cal 3 because we didn't really do anything with matrices. But he basically said, he's like, if the way you know this matrix is right is if the transpose times itself is identity. And I'm like, Lord, please, Lord, have mercy. Let this be identity, meaning 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, please, Lord, just let it be identity. Because it's not the fact that I was getting it wrong. I got everything right. I know I got it right because I checked twice and then I put things back in. But it's just the fact, like, what he was saying was nuking my mind. And, like, when I take a test, like, I don't like asking the professor for help. They usually don't help you, actually, professors. But this guy, he even said himself, I think he's not a professor. I think he's like a kind of like a assistant professor. Like, he's teaching the course, but he's not necessarily like accredited, I guess. I don't fucking know. But most professors, they're like, I can't help you. This isn't high school. Do it yourself. I like that because it's a test. It's what you need to know. You figure it out on your own. You either succeed or you fail on your own. But this guy, dude, I swear to God, he was making me doubt, like, everything. I was like, I'm not, because this hinges, like, if number 1 is wrong, like I said, if number 1 is wrong, the number 2, which is worth 10 points, is wrong. Number 3, which is worth, like, 5 or 10 points, is wrong. Like, I'm about to take an L. Like, I got an A in this class. If I end up doing poorly, this shit's going to fall down to a B or a C, God forbid. So I'm like, yo, boy. C's get degrees, but shit, bro, I'm not trying to fuck with that. I'm like, yo, boy, get the fuck out of here with your mind tricks and your malarkey. I'm going straight to fucking Kazakhstan with this shit. And I'm like, boosh. Eat ass. I'm doing it my way or the highway. So, I actually came home and I checked it on Wolfram Alpha. I was right. Everything worked out. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I really don't understand. But hey, there's that golden ticket. Oh, the stuff that is of fucking dreams. The shit that will make you waste 4 hours instead of studying even longer. That right there is the new crack. That's beautiful. And I mean, I don't hate the GSSR, but Jesus Christ, like, what happened? Like, 2 World Tournaments ago, they updated it, and then now they never update it again. Oh, I have to get the gift. And this was, like I said, on the dot. I got done with this at 7 o'clock, so this is when the login comes, at least now, before daylight saving comes back. So look at all these gifts, boy. Beautiful. 500 days, fucking World Tournament, blah, blah, blah. I was lazy as shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take everything. I don't give a shit. I was like, boo. So I got the golden SSR ticket. I've got ticket to ride. Success is at my hand. Vectors are normalized. And, like, as you can see here, with the banner, like, who gives a shit? Like, I have this guy. I have him. I have the STR version of that. I got that nigga to SA10. Got him. Got her. Unfortunately, I got him. And I got him now. And it's like, why the fuck? Like, why am I... Who am I getting from here? Like, all the characters I would ever want are fucking Dokkan exclusive characters or an AoE. The only reason I use it is for the AoE. But boy, what is that? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, man. Who knew? Looking brand new with them fucked up Yeezys. Look at them orange Yeezys. God damn. It don't matter, though. Even though this dude's wearing a goddamn serial killer trench coat with some fucked up Yeezys, and I don't even know what the fuck's going on with that bowl cut. This man, Dokkan's Awakens, into an AoE. Not only an AoE, but you can get him to SA10. And this nigga's good as shit. He's pretty good. I used him throughout the World Tournament. I'm like, yo, this guy's a nice AoE. But, unfortunately, what I found out recently, everyone online is like, yo, boy, this nigga becomes irrelevant after the next World Tournament update. I don't know why, but he just does. So I'm like, alright, bro, thanks for telling me. So maybe I'll have one World Tournament where I'm the king. And even if I'm not, I don't give a shit. I got a fucking AoE. And with that, I'll leave you at that. And shout out to my boy Xeno Trunks. He's a handsome guy, low-key.